Yo, what's up? It's Stewart, and today I'm actually wearing a different shirt. I'm still in the same room, but yeah, it is part 6 of my Meet the Cast series, which is the final video that y'all will have to endure, I guess. Me talking about my characters for now. So today I will be talking about the characters from the Kingdom of Sentries. Sentries is a volcanic wasteland type of kingdom on the far eastern portion of Metagore. Yeah, right there. Oh, but yeah, let's get into it. Just like every other video, I'm going to start with the Grand Duke Lord and kind of work my way down of importance as into the power that they hold. Not really importance, but the hierarchy, I guess, the monarch of them. First off, we have Darius, which Leo Featherstone did all my character art and stuff. So yeah, thanks to him for that. But Darius is the Grand Duke slash Lord over Sentries. He is the one that actually kind of provokes the entire war to kind of come about at the start when him and the other Grand Dukes meet with Cornelius after he gets crowned and his council. And he is the original one that just kind of is like, no, I'm not dealing with this. I am going to leave and I'm going to get my army and we're going to attack you and take the crown. And then that kind of stirred an uprising, I guess, with the others to want to go ahead and do the same thing. But he's kind of the main reason why that happened. He appears to be about 33 years of age. He's 8 feet tall, which is pretty large for a demon whose average height is usually about 6'2", I think. But he is larger because it's just in his family genetics to be larger. He is originally from Tulane, which is the cast of characters I did last week. And then about 4 years prior to the story, he actually moved from Tulane to Sentries. And you'll have to read the story to kind of figure out why he did that. He has a pet salamander named Meek. He usually carries it when he goes up to Brighthelm or to other colder climates. And also you'll see it kind of here and there while he's at home, like in his chamber or kind of laying on the floor or whatever. His mother died previously. You don't really know. Not told too much about it at the start. I mean, you can kind of put pieces together throughout the story and you find out, what had happened to her. But you get the feeling that he misses her. I mean, him and his mother were really close. Which, looking at him, you would think he's kind of more of a tough badass. But he was pretty close with his mother, as well as his sister. But besides that, his brother and his father, he despises both of them heavily. He also suffers from insomnia. He doesn't sleep much at night. He, as you can tell, he has scars. He's accumulated a lot of scars over his course of his life. The majority of them is from him fighting in the armies as knights and stuff. He was originally from Tulane. Their army is referred to as the Golden Men, and he was a Golden Man for a while. But he refused to wear a helmet or chest plate and stuff because it restricted his movement. I mean, he's very large, and he likes that freedom to be able to rotate and whatever. He doesn't like being weighted down, so he refused to wear upper body armor, which is how he accumulated a lot of his scars. And then when he moved to Sentries 4 years prior to the story, he joined the Centurion army, and he was basically the same thing there. He refused to wear any kind of upper body armor, so he kind of accumulated a few more scars that way. This picture's just got a few scars. How I kind of actually envisioned him was a lot more scars. I just didn't have him do that many because I felt like it would just kind of get muddy with a bunch of lines and stuff everywhere. So this is very simplistic, but I feel like it's more representative without it being too cluttered in a sense. But yeah, and in the story you kind of find out, He talks about how he got a few of the scars. If you look, he's got one underneath his neck. He talks about that. The two that's side by side on his side. It kind of talks about that. And then he's got one on his leg that talks about during Darius's time of fighting in the Tellinic army as a golden man, he served under 8 different rulers. I think I mentioned it in last week's video. Tellin has a curse referred to as the curse of 100 rulers, where a ruler, once they are elected or whatever, that they can only serve at the most 5 years before they just magically die. Or not really magically die, but they just happen to die, you know, whether, you know, somebody kills them or whatever. They just become sick. They just vanish, whatever. For some reason, they die within 5 years of becoming ruler over Tellin. So while he was serving as a Tellinic golden man, he served under 8 different rulers during that time frame. And then when he went to Sentries 4 years prior, he served under Grand Duke Ray, who happened to die in battle roughly not quite a year before the story starts, and that's when Darius kind of took his spot as a Grand Duke. The next is Duchess Kai. She's a succubus. She's got black straight hair, kind of about down to her shoulders. She's got like a dark brown skin tone. She's got black feathers. Like I said, she's a succubus, so she's got wings. And my succubus and incubus have feathered wings instead of the dragonic bat-like wings. They're feathered. So her feathers are black. Matches her hair and her kind of complexion and stuff. She usually keeps beads in her hair. She reminds me of Cleopatra, you know, the Egyptian, the straight hair down about right here with the beads going up. Kind of like that. She also wears golden armlets and bracelets and stuff like that. She's very open-skinned with her clothing. She'll show off her abdomen and a lot of her cleavage and whatever. Very skimpy clothes, I guess, in a sense. While they are at the manor, their castle or whatever, Kai is known to just walk around completely bare with no clothes on at all. That's her home. That's how she feels comfortable walking around, so why not? Kai is also Darius's lover. They met after he moved to Sentries, and they've been pretty close since then. The next is Marcus Lucius. Lucius is an elder demon. He appears to be about 59, 60 years old. He's 6'3". He's got red eyes. He's bald. He's an old general in a sense. He's very militaristic, which he should be as a Marquess. He's very wise in his decisions. And there is a point where he kind of questions Darius's decision with how Darius wants to send out 2 groups of cavalry, one going north and one going south. And the one going south is kind of going the long way somewhere, and Lucius kind of calls him out on that. And then Darius kind of explains himself. After Lucius, you get into the knights. You have Darius, which is a demon. He is 49 years old, so he's kind of getting up there at about time to retire. He's cut off his horns because kind of like Darius doesn't wear upper body armor because it restricts his movement. Darius feels that the weight of his horns would kind of slow him down, and also maybe kind of get in his way while fighting. You know, it's just another appendage somebody could strike or, you know, get caught on something. So he's cut off his horns, kind of like Hellboy, I guess. He's cut them off, kind of keeps them filed down. His squire's Tildarin, and Tildarin, not really told much about him, but I mean, he tries. He's a hard worker. He does what's asked of him and everything like that. And you can kind of tell there's a connection between Darius and Tildarin. The next knight is O'Brien. O'Brien is like the second in command behind Darius in the legion, or the legions that they're you know, with going out. O'Brien's a djinn. He's 8'10". He's got very yellowed skin, kind of like a faded out yellow skin. After O'Brien, you got Galzar. Now, Galzar is kind of leading the second group. Like I said, Darius sends out 2 groups of cavalry. Darius is over 1 going north with O'Brien. And Galzar, he's not necessarily over. I would say Kasky would probably be more likely being over, but Galzar and Kasky are kind of hand in hand almost. And they're kind of going over. They're over the southern cavalry, or the cavalry going south. Galzar appears to be about 19 years old. He is an elf. He's about 5'11". He's got brown hair that he keeps kind of braided, and just little strands of braids with some beads and stuff in it. He's got blue eyes. He joined just a few months before the story, after his father had died, to help his mom with the money that he would be making as a knight. So like I said, he hasn't been in it very long, so he's not over the southern one. He's kind of more of the take charge type of warrior. Kasky is the other knight, like I was just talking about with Galzar. He appears to be about 31 years old. He's a lich. He's got red cat-like eyes. He's about 6'4". And Kasky is the one that's actually in charge of the southern cavalry. But he kind of lets Galzar kind of take over if he wants. But Kasky is blunt. He's very sarcastic. He's very, in your face. And he'll let you know that he doesn't like you and that you're beneath him in a sense. After that, you have some recruits that get sent out. One recruit is Zeke. He gets sent out kind of helping the northern cavalry. And he's leading like a bunch of other men, but they're not really given a leader. He's just the one that kind of steps up, like, I guess I'm the leader. But you don't really know much about him or anything like that. But yeah, the other set of recruits, there's Razul, who used to be the former treasurer. He's about 26 years old, 6'4". He's a Morling. He's got brown hair and brown eyes. And Razul, like I said, he's the former treasurer, which Darius is very upset with because he had spent all of their money on wine and whores and everything else. So he basically left Sentries broke. So Darius even gave the command to send the recruits out and whatever armor they had, like practice gear and everything. And then if they didn't have enough, make sure Razul was one that was sent out with nothing. No armor, no weapon. Just give him, a glass of wine or something, since he wanted to spend all his money on wine. Just give him a glass of wine and send him to war like that. But Razul is very kind of cocky. He's kind of, he thinks he's better than everybody. He's also appears to be brave in a sense. He has traveled the land. He knows kind of what's out there. So he's not really as scared as some of the other recruits are going through certain regions. And one of those recruits is Briar, which is more of the coward, kind of paired up with the Razul, especially when they're going through Black Rain Forest. It's a very dead, desolate area, and Briar is kind of like, I'm kind of scared, you don't know what's lurking out here. And Razul's like, no, there's nothing out here. It's just desolate void, There's maybe some birds and some insects or something, but there's nothing except a bunch of dead trees and plants. And so Razul kind of comes off cocky and a little experienced from that behalf, while Briar is more, the coward, and it's kind of And there's a few other situations where Briar's kind of, I don't know what's going on. And Razul's like, yeah, I got this. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all the characters from Sentries. If you want to know anything else about these characters or any of the other characters, feel free to ask, comment down below, email me, whatever, hit me up on social media. All those links are down below, as well as Leo's social media thing. Yeah, his links are down below. He did an amazing job with all these characters. I love them. here's a last look at all of the characters. Or I guess not a last look. I mean, you go look at them somewhere else. But, you know, maybe the last time I post them in a video. Anyways, his links are down below. All my links are down below. And the Battle for Metagore releases a week from tomorrow. Like, oh my god. Can you believe it's almost time? I can't. I'm like just blown away. But if y'all want, y'all can go to my website, which is linked down below. You can read the opening scene on my website there. If you sign up to my newsletter, you'll get the first 2 chapters. If you pre-order, which all the links that I have down below for the pre-order. So you can go check it out. Go pre-order. If you pre-order, enter my pre-order giveaway. Links down below as well. You will get the first 4 chapters for free. You get to read all the way up until the war is declared. Also, I'm going to be doing a live stream next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, on release day, May 21st at 10 p.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern. I don't know what that makes it Pacific, like 11, 10, 8 Pacific, maybe? I don't know. But 11 Eastern, 10 Central, I know that much. I'll be doing a live stream here on YouTube, answering questions, talking about my book, you know, whatever y'all want to chit-chat about. So join in. If you got any questions, you can comment down below, and I will keep track of all that, and I'll answer them on that video. Also, I will be doing another history blog this coming up Saturday of Sentries. I have the other 5 Kingdoms histories already up on my blog. You can go check that out. It's on my website. Just go to my website, click the little blog link tab up the top or whatever, and then it should be the first 5, I think the first 4, and then there's like a book review, and then Brian's. Being what? Go check that out. They're all on there. Sentries will be on there this Saturday. If you want to learn anything more about the actual kingdoms themselves instead of the characters, like what these videos have been about, go check that out. If you got any questions about that, hit me up, ask me, whatever. You could ask me during the live stream. I'll answer them. I don't care. Just ask me whatever. It could be about my book, the characters, the history, my writing process, what I ate for breakfast. I don't care. Whatever. I just like chatting with y'all, alright? As well as I've been doing live streams with other AUTHORTUBERs, Carol Brown, SD Haggis, Sarah, I'm going to butcher that last name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Sarah somebody, Amy nobody, see who else? Amber Craft, and some others. I don't know. I'm sure there's others. But I've been doing live streams with them. Go check out their channels. If I remember, I'll put their links down below. You can go check them out, as well as some other cool AuthorTube channels down there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe my next video, I'll be back in the dining room instead of in my bedroom. Oh, peace out, Yoli. Everybody love everybody.